Let me talk about the anatomy of the gaming gun and why it's shaped like it is, how we built it, those sort of things. Really get an idea of the features of a standard gaming gun. They all work more or less the same way and built pretty much a similar manner. First thing you'll notice that there's a red dot scope on top of each gaming gun. Now the red dot scope we at Battlefield Sports is actually specially made for us. It is wired in right through to the main power supply, and when you turn the gaming gun on, the battery comes on and that fires up the red dot. And also when you turn it off, it turns off. This is fantastic. What a great feature. Most companies will just give you a red dot scope with a standard little battery and it goes flat all the time. Right, so worth paying for the integrated special scope. Now you'll notice it right through here that we've actually used stainless steel bolts. These bolts are fantastic. They're very expensive, but we do it for a reason. Because these bolts never rust, and also they're very easy to get off and on as you need to do maintenance. Fantastic. Now on the front of your gaming gun you've got this tube here, and that's your glass lens. That's your lens assembly. Out of that comes the infrared emitter, and depending on the length of the focal length, depends how narrow the beam is. Okay, this one on this model it's a 40mm lens, right, for a medium range work. Now the other thing you notice here is the antenna coming up. This is pretty good. This is a very flexible antenna. We're in for a lot of antennas getting it right for Battlefield Sports, so that it's actually really robust. And this on here, this is the fake barrel. You'll notice this can be removed if needed. All those models have it. So this is P90, for example, can be used indoors without the barrel on in case of collisions. There's a reload button is on the left, and we've color coded that. There's a red one on the left, and that is reload your ammunition. And on the right, they use that the black one. That's your mode change between it. Now the gaming guns, other than the stainless steel bolts, the main case is all made out of aluminium. So it's fairly lightweight, strong, and also will never rust, which is fantastic. Alright, the other thing we do, except on this model, all the other ones have a stainless steel spine for the trigger, because that's where your people land. They land on that, so it's very important to put the strength in there, in which we do that. This model, this is just solid resin, and this I've never known one of these to break. These are absolutely solid. They land on that and ain't going to break. So that's the key anatomy you're going to see on all gaming guns. Attached to the gaming gun, you're going to see some sensors. These infrared sensors. There's one forward facing here on the gaming gun, and there's two more that go on a headband that go over a hat. And these have been designed over many years to be very, very easy to maintain and also robust. We use a really high-duty 6-core sensor cable. These cables are really tough, and they're great because even when they're stretched, they go back into shape many, many times. Much better than the cheaper cables. That's the advantage of the 6-core. Inside here, each sensor dome, we've used the clear one today just so you can get a bit of an idea of it, but there's actually 3 infrared receivers in there, and they're really big, chunky infrared receivers. Each one of those pretty much takes a hit from any angle. When you've got 3 of them, this can be hit from any direction. Now, as you can imagine, if that's on the front, that's on the back, you'll see of the head, you'll see that that is going to take a hit from at least 180 degrees. Same with the back, so you get full 360 degree hits, okay, with the 2 sensors there. And the reason we have the gun sensor, well, that's mainly because of blind fire. If people are shooting around a corner can't be hit, well, with the gun sensor they certainly can be, so they tend to keep under cover. You don't really see the blind fire. So that's the key anatomy of the gaming gun.